I'm Corrina Meheil. I'm an artist graduating in the class of 2013 at the University of Cincinnati. And my thesis work is related to the topic of clothes exchange and making clothing swaps public events, taking something that's normally private, that happens amongst women in the comfort of their own home, and taking it to public places and inviting people of all demographics, gender, to come together and consider giving away their clothes to people that they might already know in a casual way. I've been interested in the way in which people respond to me creating the spaces for these events, and what happens when people who maybe are already acquaintances end up exchanging clothes and then have to see each other later wearing something that they once owned. My work and my art practice comes from an interest in combining my love of drawing and painting and photography with being together and being able to interact with people socially. I get restless and lonely in a studio situation. But the more I worked with the clothes swap idea and the more I worked on communication and facilitating, I really missed the studio component of my work and the way I convey my ideas. So after these swaps, I would end up being the caretaker for the leftover clothes, and this pile is all the leftovers from, I had 3 swaps over the last 3 months, and some of the leftovers would go to the next swap, and so some of the original leftovers are gone now, but they ended up being material in my studio, and I was interested in participating as a swapper or in the swaps. I wasn't participating. I wasn't giving clothes and taking clothes. So sort of in the privacy of the studio, I would be able to put them on and photographed myself wearing the different clothes, and did some video work and sort of performative, created some scenes where I could photograph myself. I was thinking about myself as a sort of universal body, did portraits of myself in different outfits. And then I also did a video where I put all the clothes on, and I did work where I was wearing nothing and thinking about the burden of all these clothes in my life, and I actually added my own garments from my closet into the pile for some photographic work. And then beyond that, I was thinking about how clothes are material, how they can be art material. So I was referencing the work by Michelangelo Pistoletto, where he positions Venus, a sculpture of Venus, a marble sculpture, in front of a pile of old clothes, and he's talking about how different materials are art or they're not art. So I decided to use my own body as reenacting of that statue of Venus. And so a lot of my work, when I start thinking about a new question, I take photographs to really analyze what I'm looking at, and then if I get interested in the topic, I'll investigate it further and then end up again using photography to sort of assess the end product. So in this installation, I included the real materials, the set sort of that I've been using. This carpet has been at the swaps and it was in my studio, and then photographic documentation of my reenactments as an artist and as art.